We are live. Hello everyone, it is Tyrannt. How are you doing today? Last time on Satisfactory, we did things. We set up a factory, but ended up tearing it down because, well, it wasn't making as much points as we would like. So we decided to mainly focus on research. Today, we are going to see about getting the Logistics Mark III milestone, as well as any other milestones as we can get before we decide to rebuild our factory. This time making something else. What that something else is, you'll just have to wait and see. So let's start with pipe. Should be easy enough, if I'm being honest. Because all we need to do is make some iron. I plan on using the iron pipe alternate. I'm going to generate 30 per minute, which is going to take 120 iron ingot per minute. So what I'm going to do is run 2 smelters to make 60 per minute, combine those and run those through a and run them through a constructor. So we need a splitter. No, not a smart splitter. And then we'll run a smelter. As close as we can together so we can conserve space for now. And I just realized this isn't work. This is not right. I just realized these are backwards. So let's fix that. This goes like that. And these go like that. Quite how I wanted to do it, but yeah, it's fine. Then we'll take this conveyor belt all the way back here. Run that over here. Set these to iron. Overclock them to 200%. These will make our pipes. Anyway, we need to then merge them. This in turn twice. Just so we can do 60 per minute. Another belt over this way. From this one. Not going to this one. These will also be overclocked. I'll give these a whack to get them out of here. Get a merger again. That will do that. And then we'll run another merger. Run into this sword box here. That and that. Oh. No, not like that. Like this. That goes in there. Now we'll make our pipe. Now for our beams, we're gonna need actual steel ingot. Oh, hang on. Just get a text. Alright, Twitch. And that should be good like that. Right, so we need to get steel. To get steel, we need to bring coal over here. Now, luckily, I know where 2 tier nodes are. So we can worm those over this way. Which we can then make into steel beams. And then meet the other part of our goals. Let's just run past these guys if we can. Flashlight. Gotta get through here. I don't think I can. No. But we are kind of welcome to try that. It's a blue slug over that way. And the way out is that way, so guess I'm going for a swim. God, I love having Blade Runners. Oh, here? Right, this is where I found that helmet before. I'm gonna go this way. Let's try going up this direction if I can. Doesn't look so. Doesn't look like so now. He's still coming after me. Alright, we ditched him. Good. Gotta love the power of Blade Runners. Being able to outrun your arc pursuers at any time you want. Oh, looks like we might take some fall damage. That's okay, because we get our Blade Runners to reduce the fall damage. Put down a equipment bench. Make myself a portable miner. Now we have 2 of them. So we could set down this one. Get it ready to send it off that way. Oh, this is the Impure node, never mind. This is the one I want. This one we can send through that cave that way. Then for the other one, I think it might be up there. Let's see if we can even get up there. Probably do it from there. Go. Let's see if we can go this way. Hello, hogs. Yeah, it's over that way, so we'll just not use it. This new marker we can get rid of. that new marker we can get rid of. I think that's where our deuterium is. Actually, no, it's not. We can get rid of it either way. Huh. I suppose we're just gonna have to make do with the one coal node for now. Because I don't want to touch that impure one. Could harvest from it so we could turn that into black powder to get sulfur, of course. Let's run our belt. Oh look, we got some spiders to deal with. Stinger, come here. Come here, Stinger. Oh, didn't want to do that. Actually, while I'm thinking about it, let's make sure it's all the right belt. Because otherwise, that's going to cause some logistics problems. It's looking like it is all Mark II. So let's go, continue our route, off in this direction. This isn't nice, I know, but until I get better parts to make roads and all that, this is what we're gonna have to make do with. But believe me, it is on my to-do list. Make things look better. Alright, belt too long. Then we could run that into a foundry right here. Like that. I'll take that. Curve it. Then have this make steel ingot. That's 60 parts a minute. Actually, wait. Let's not do that. Let's send it over here. Put a foundry down here. And then put down a splitter. It's about one. Going to here. And this can go over this way. And then production. Put down another foundry. That makes steel ingot, which will make 60 from this one. That. We'll have a new splitter. A smart splitter. There, which will split 60 parts here and there. Which we will run a Mark II from this one. To here. These then generate 60 each per minute, which we can then run through a constructor to make steel beams. And these take 60 per minute. To make this 30 steel beam per minute that we need. I'll feed into storage unit here. All that's really left to do is to wire it all up. This will go this way. That. That. This can go this way. Wire that. That. This can go here. Wire that. And that. I'll branch this one this way. This one. This one over here can go here. Let's wire that. And that. We just need to attach this. Splitter over here. Doable, but it's gonna go through this power pole, which I don't like. So we're gonna move that. Do that. That. And reconnect this. Much better. There's gonna be a bit of overlap here, but not much I can really do about that. Other than this, actually. That should be better. That's gonna overlap with the power poles, but you know what? I'm only doing this for a milestone anyway, so... Let's go hook this up. Oh, no, you just noticed this. So let's fix our mistake here. And then continue on our way. go. So I'm gonna follow this track here to make sure that all that's marked 2 should be. Move this over here. Let's go power that up. Here we go. Whee! Now we can attach this to that. Sure, turn on all that. All that is not needed at the moment. It's gonna be a while before the coal gets here. Could take this time to see about stuffing the MAM. Starting with quartz. Because for this we need the crystal oscillator, which we can make. And then for the resource screening, we're also going to need crystal oscillators. For this we need the oscillators and motors. Then for this, the radio tower, we will need oscillators, but we don't have enough of everything else, so let's see in the future about getting those crystal oscillators, because we're by, at least I know where 2 quartz nodes are. And we're going to be getting Mark III belts after this. So getting them over here is not going to be an issue. pipe. Let's make it to 30 per minute. There we go. And that should do it for that. It's gonna make our pipe. Our coal's gonna take a while to get here. But this does give me time to think about something. Because to make a crystal oscillator, oh, it's not made in there? Interesting. Pretty sure we had crystal oscillators. Unlocked. Do we? Yeah, we can make them. We just gotta make them by hand. Oh, we need the manufacturer. Which is the next thing we unlock. Yeah, that would be an offline thing I do. Is to get all the crystal oscillators we need. Because we need 10 for that, 5 for that, 100 for that, 15 for that. So that's 126. No, 130 for all of it. We're probably not going to get this for anytime soon anyway, so we need 130. To make 130, we need 36 of this. To make 2. Yeah, we're going to need to come back when we load up on quartz crystal. Which actually, there's nothing really stopping us from doing that while we wait to get our steel beams made. How much pipe do I have? Plenty. Drop that off. Then drop off as much excess material as we can. Might just turn those some of those rods into rebar so we have ammunition. There, we got the pipe we need now. We're gonna do something on our modular frames. We'll drop off our concrete into there. Actually, do we need concrete for... We do, but I'm gonna mine it by hand, so... At least to start with. All this can go into there. Cable can go into here. We don't need this copper sheet. Reinforced plate can go into here. Rotors go in here. Don't need this. That there. Along with these. Oh, let's get rid of the... Huh. I'll grab those iron rods and throw this in there. So we can turn that into rebar. Let's make some rebar for our rebar gun. I don't know what we're going to do with our modular frames. We've got so many of them. And we're going to need a lot of them for milestones. There. This can go there. That can go there, there, and there. Is there anything in the map that needs modular frames? Doesn't look like it. No. We do need to make some AI limiters. Then later, get some quick wire for this, because I think we have enough plastic for that. Nothing in there. Frames there. Yeah. We need them here. So, I'm gonna throw them into with our reinforced iron plate. Then throw in our power shards. The raw quartz that we do. I'm gonna replace that with raw quartz we do have. And ditch the raw quartz that we do have, because we're gonna get a shit ton of it now. Alright, looks like our coal is finally here, so we can start making steel pipe. Steel beams. Right, we should be... Thought. Why are we generating 30 per minute? Oh, it's because these are Mark 1s. Do we... I can fix that. I can fix that. That should be an easy fix. With these. And fixed. There we go. Now it's working right. Now this is getting the coal aids. Do you have enough steel pipe to... I mean, steel pipe. We do have enough steel beam to get up to 6-3 though, so let's do that.
Milestone reached. Improved storage containers and the conveyor belt Mark III provide the obviously necessary tools for improving your current setup. Production speed is of the essence after all. So work hard. Work as if every person you have ever or will ever love is depending solely on the choices that you make. Because they are. Warning. Fix-it psychologists recommend not dwelling on the crushing mental and physical strain of your responsibilities and simply continuing to be productive. Hard work has repeatedly proven to be the best cure for any kind of stress. Now back to work.
Alright, so we should be able to make a lot of this. This is making that. How many iron rods do we got? Plenty. Take some from these from here. I'll make 200. We should have enough stuff. To do that. Because then we'll have enough for one milestone. And enough for the vehicle. And possibly also all the other milestones, because we have 100 stored already. Okay, we're gonna wait till the freighter returns. Because I really don't need this at the moment. Probably do this one last just because of how much I don't need it. Might even do it off screen. No, I won't do it off screen. I'll do it on stream, but probably not this one. Because these three are way more important. Encase industrial beams. Expanded power infrastructure, and hyper tubes. Freighter has returned. Let's do advanced steel next. Give it the frames it needs. Should have plenty of rotors for that. As well as plenty of concrete, though we might need to make more concrete in the future. Shouldn't be too big of a problem because we got so much of it back there. Well, limestone to make it, that is, say. Do that. Go over to our factory, bounce on him. Or link right over him, that's fine too. Grab that steel pipe. Or iron pipe, because it's being made with just iron. I love this game sometimes. I mean, I do love it. Oh boy, alright. Throw this in there. Whack.
Milestone reached. The Miner Mark II allows extraction of resources from nature to fix it at twice the speed of the Mark I model. Miners can be directly upgraded to Mark II without removing the Mark I model, just like conveyor belts and other upgradable infrastructure. Unfortunately, setting up the production of advanced steel parts and project part number 3, automated wiring, will not be as easy. Every moment you delay reduces the chances of saving humanity. I will not show you the predictions, it would only demotivate you.
Ugh. Who needs to be demotivated? Am I right? Alright, so that's gonna be back in about 10 minutes. That should give us time. Oh, we need 200 for this. So why don't we, first and foremost, get encased industrial beams. But after we bounce off this guy, should be right here. Grab 200. Grab some of that. I'll take all that. Let's make 60 of these. So once that is done, then we can see about upgrading our Mark 1 miners, or at least the 6 that are here. There we go. Because if I upgrade these to Mark 2, I shouldn't need to overclock them. We need portable miners to do that. So to make these, we need just... So I upgrade this. It's going around 15 megawatts compared to this. It's going to use more power anyway, but again, Really hard to argue with results. So we're going to need 10 of these. And how many more? I'll make more modular frames. Because we're going to need more modular frames. Oh, we also need more steel pipe. Which isn't going to be an issue because we're making so much of it already. In fact, why are we doing that? We can be doing these. Bigger one to hold more. Splitters. Merger. Here is a merger for that. There we go, there we go, there we go. So I'll store all these into there. I'll get rid of all this iron ore that we're not using. Then we'll upgrade that one over there. Give this guy a whack. And now we can generate 120 per minute without needing to overclock. It's going to take more power, but still. Really hard to argue with results. Especially when you have a power network this big. Speaking of... looks like our freighter has returned. grab these. Let's go make some stuff. So, for this, we're going to need copper wire, modular frames, which is not going to be a super big deal. Steel beam, encased beams. So, encased beams we can just make right here. We only need 50. Because I don't have any concrete being made. Or being automated. Oh. Overshot my goal, because I was far off somewhere else. That's alright. That's perfectly fine. Just grab stuff from here. You only need 100 anyway. Then the wire. I might have an idea for wire. Now that we have Mark III belts, it's going to be an interesting little trick. But we have plenty right here. Now we can make some more modular frames. And I'm gonna automate it. I will not automate it yet. Because I have no reason to at the moment. do. Real quick, I'm going to drop these off into here. And get back to making those frames. Nearing the amount we need. There we go. In you go. Let's go. Expanded power infrastructure. Let's go.
Milestone reached. After several pioneers started exhibiting traumatic responses to power blackouts, Fixit developed mitigation tools recommended by your local therapist. Power storages can hold excess power to delay or prevent blackouts in the eventuality that your factory's power consumption exceeds production. To simplify, these are rechargeable batteries. Power towers carry power lines for significantly greater distances than poles, facilitating factory expansion and exploitation of this environment for the good of Fixit and humanity.
And I plan to make very good use of those, even though they're probably expensive. Oh! Not quite as expensive as I thought they'd be, actually. I mean, steel beam is okay. I can live with steel beam, because versatile frames were what I would like to conserve. Okay, let's go grab some more reinforced plate for our needs. The next freighter comes back in about 3 minutes. Copper sheets. Well, we should have plenty of that. It's a matter of getting. And we should have plenty of all this. Getting those encased industrial beams is a non-issue. We got plenty for that. You'd undoubtedly have enough pipe. And then we have plenty of copper sheets for that. There, 51. Let's go grab our copper sheets. We have in spades. We'll grab our pipes. Curiosity. Do you want to do that? Throw that in there. Throw all that in there, and this in there. And hypertube's unlocked.
Milestone reached. By adding hypertube entrances at both ends of hypertubes, pioneers can achieve two-way travel between locations. They are also % safer than jump pads. You dreamed of moving across factories like valued resources, such as rocks and water, and Fix-It listened to your dreams. We watched them. We took extensive notes. Hypertubes. Because Fix-It makes pioneers' closely monitored dreams come true.
Alright, so it looks like we're gonna need some rotors. And wire. Or cable. I should have some wire left over. Because we're gonna need wire. So about 9 minutes, the pod will turn. That only leaves this, which is ugh. But you know what? To hell with it. Let's knock off the rest of the milestones. But first, I want to look at something. Oh yeah, this is like super doable. We need to make a factory for modular frames, honestly. Let's make the modular frames. Let's say 5 per minute. Okay, 4 per minute. Shouldn't be too hard, honestly. Because to make the plate, this makes 5 per minute. And for the modular frame, needs 3. Don't want to do that. But to make 5 of these per minute, we need to make 7.5 per minute. Which isn't impossible. It's just that's going to be a bit of a trick. Because to do that, we could do 10 per minute. Actually, wait. If we do this, do 70. It would honestly better to just do this for me, because that's just cast screws, easy. What do I even need for kind of turn on that milestone just so we can see what we actually need. Don't need to go there. Like this. fix-it blueprints. Select milestone. We can easily knock out... We can easily knock out the concrete once it comes back. Cable we should have in spades. This should be a non-issue. You know what, let's just make these by hand. Let's just make them by hand, and then we can make a factory to make as many as we need. Because my next order of business is to get all the stuff in the MAM that needs modular frames. Almost there. We can just go grab steel frames, steel beams. There. Let's throw these in there. Along with our concrete and the cable. Then we can go and fetch some steel beams from our production line. How's this even doing? Great. Great. I'll grab this. Let's grab another one. I'll grab a bunch. I'll grab a bunch, because now we can make Mark III conveyor belts. I know we don't need to be generating 270 parts per minute yet. It is something we can do.
Milestone reached. Blueprints reduce repetitive building tasks, further optimizing your progression towards saving Earth, with its beautiful ecosystems, abundant natural resources, and sunsets over frolicking puppies and kittens. The blueprint designer allows you to build and combine structures once and then duplicate that configuration effortlessly. Any complaints about the spatial restrictions will only reveal your own inefficiencies.
Harsh, but okay. Alright, so now we need iron rods. Should be a pretty easy task. So I'm going to be making some modular frames next. So how I'm going to be doing that, I'm not too sure. I'm going to put this right here as a model. So for the bolted modular frames, overclock twice. Then we'll need 15 per minute and 208. We can't even move 280 screws, so let's just reduce that to 9, I guess. 252 is a lot more manageable. But I don't want to do that. So to hell with this. Let's go with the normal modular frame. Which will need 12 iron rod per minute and 3 reinforced plate. If we overclock that to make 4 per minute. Already had to make 5 per minute. We would need 30 iron rod per minute, which should be doable. And 7.5 reinforced plate per minute. That last one should be pretty doable. Because to make the plate, we do stitched plate, we can mess around with logistics. Just doing that makes 14 per minute. But I don't want to use stitch because stitch sucks. So we can do this. Overclock it 50%. That'll get us to 7.5 per minute. But I like load balancing stuff, so doing this would be more ideal. So we can do 10 per minute. That's going to overload this, but that should be fine. Let's focus on making what we need for the reinforced iron plate first. We're going to use the regular recipe, overclocked to 200%. So we're going to need 120 screws per minute and 60 iron plate per minute. Which means we're going to need constructors galore. So for cast screws, we can overclock to make 120 per minute easy. That's gonna take 30 iron ingot. Mm-hmm. And then these... breaking plate at the normal rate. They're each going to take 30 per minute. So it's the same old trick that we did when we had that iron plate factory going. We'll need a splitter right here. Got another here and here. This will split into parts of 60. Then send those through smelters. Divided this again into parts of 15. These are the ones. No. No. That goes 60. No, 120 to go into parts of 60. And then I'll split again into parts of 30, not 15. What am I talking about? I am insane sometimes. Good. Those are making parts of 30 per minute. This will be our screws. That. This will only need 30 ingot per minute. It's insane. And then that. Make a plate. Which will go through a merger. Two other ones. We'll also be making plate. Oh, this one's too far ahead. Much better. And then we'll do another merger right here. That. And we'll put down our assembler. However close we can get this. something like that. Something like this should be fine. Then we can do this. Overclock this to 200%. That's going to generate 10 per minute. Which we can then run through another assembler to make our modular frame. Overclocked to 50%, so we can make 5 per minute. And that's gonna get a bit of saturation, but that's fine. What matters is getting the rod through there. For iron rods, to make 30 per minute. Wait, we do need 30 per minute, right? Guess we need 30 per minute. Which should be doable. We'll run a smelter here with iron ingot. Do that. But I don't know what we're gonna do with the excess, because that's gonna be 90 iron ingot that we're not using. Is there anything I could really use to do that? Because I have iron wire, which is eh. Even if I were to just overclock this to, say... Oh, I'm out of power shards. Let me go grab some more. Because I got a bunch of those too now. Because even if... we overclock everything, that's not gonna take 90 ingot. That's not even going to use 45. We could do iron pipe, but that's going to take 100. Unless we underclock this to 20. Oh. No, I don't want to do that. If we underclock this to 20, that will use 80, but we have 90, not 80. Then we got cast screws. Which at most can use 31, but we can underclock that to make 30 per minute. We can take under 20 per minute. That's not ideal. And we can make 54 wire per minute, but why? We have better recipes for that. So I guess we'll just see if there's anything in the assembler that we could use it for. I mean, I could try and make rotors. We're going to need a lot of rotors. Yeah, let's see about making rotors with some of these. Because you're going to be making our rods, which we need to run over to that. To that assembler. Like that. Probably put something here. I don't know what. Alright, not a smart splitter, not a merger, splitter. Go there. That goes there. Splits this into parts of 60. Then again to 30. This will make cast screws. At 120 per minute. This needs to go a bit more forward. How far is this one? Just over the first line. Like that. And we can run that through Mark 2. Like that. To make our rotors. Gonna need more screws than that. So we could actually do is did not mean to take down our smelter. What we could end up doing is this. Merge her through that. Oh, this is facing the wrong way. There we go. Cast screws. So overclock this one to make 100 per minute. And this one we'll keep as is. Actually, wait. Do that. No. We're not doing that. I shall overclock this as well. Also be 120 per minute. So that's going to be 240 per minute. That's going to require the Mark III belt, our first Mark III belt. Because that's going to feed 240 when it needs 150 per minute. More than enough. Then that still leaves our... Wait. Then we can use our last smelter, which I need more iron rods for. Let's go make some more iron rods. Actually, is there any excess ink? Might have some excess ink in somewhere. We were definitely overloaded with. I think it's here. Turn that into rod. $90 rods should be enough. Plenty. Smelter for the last of our iron on this belt. We're going to need to make rods. We can overclock. So you can make 30 per minute for this. We'll connect that to that. That will go to there. And this. I'll go through a splitter. Which will divide into parts of 30 to here, here, from here. Now, all that's really left to do is to, firstly, attach these to some storage. Let's do the good stuff. This is going to be our modular frames for 5 per minute. Oh, don't deconstruct. Do that. And that. Doesn't look pretty, but don't care. This is just going to be to get resources. So I'll do this. Send this way. Here. To attach to here and here. Same here. That one. That one. That. And that and that. And then for this side, I'll put that there, that there. That there, that there. This does not have something. I think it's the plate. Yep, plate. This can go here. Catch that. That. And finally, this. That can go right here. Catch that. And that. Even though it's going to go through the storage container, I really don't care because I just want to get these resources. So we need them. Up next, we got this Mark II belt. Conveyor too long. And in that case, we'll just go this way. there. This one. I have no idea why it's doing that, so let's go to default for now. Oh, I see what's going on now. Because this belt is not angled right. That's fine. It's only a temporary factory anyway. I mean, this line is, this setup probably not so much. We're only doing this so we can get modular frames and rotors, because we need lots of all of that. This should be good. Now I'm gonna go see about dropping off some stuff. So we can go see about picking up some raw quartz. By hand, of course. That off because I don't want to lose my power shards when I'm out in the field. And rods can go there. Concrete can go here. Wire goes there. Cable here. This is where our copper sheets go. I'm not carrying any screws. Reinforced plate can go here. Rotors up there. And then we can store the modular frames we do have in here for now. Plate goes there. Still have some cable left. Good. I can put that there. That there. Then our resources we can put. Our steel stuff we can put over here. We're nearly done with pipes. Also, I'm pretty sure we're done with all the tiers we can unlock for now. Which means we're ready to move on to the next phase, but I'm not going to do that quite yet. some other stuff first. Mainly, get the Explorer unlocked so we can finally have a vehicle. Something I could do in the near future is upgrade the drill this is attached to Mark II, overclock that to 200%, replace this with a Mark III belt. That way I'm getting 240 coal, which we use to make steel. They'll have more steel at our disposal. But again, that could be a mission for another day. Okay, so let's go and grab some quartz. A whole bunch of quartz. Because we're gonna need a bunch of oscillators. You know what? Let's see. Oh. How many crystal... these we'll need. So we need quartz. So we need 36 quartz crystal. Which to make... we need 5 raw quartz to make 3. We needed like think over 100 of these oscillators. So let me do some math here. So it's 5 to make 3. Need 36. 5 means 36. It's 180 for 2. And we wanted like 130, right? Oh boy, we're going to be mining this stuff for a while. We're going to need at least 2,400. That's to make a nice round number. It's going to be 23,400 quartz. Yeah. We're going to be mining this stuff for a while. I don't think we can hold that much. There's no way we're going to be able to hold that much, so... New plan. We'll just wait until we can get manufacturers. Although that's really now our stuff to build miners, so... Also, there's people working outside with a leaf blower, so if you can hear them, I apologize. Again, we're going to be nearing the end of the stream anyway. Yeah, definitely going to be upgrading this to Mark II. How much power are we even consuming? About 500 megawatts. More than that even. Which means if my plan is going to be working, I'm probably going to need a lot more power. But that could be another problem for another day. That's part of the reason why I wanted to get these materials. So we can make. Just so we can make more buildings than we need to. Don't know why I was struggling with that. Let's go check on our supplies right now. We haven't been gone long, so can't imagine that we have many. So this one's making our modular frames. We already got 42 stored, which isn't bad. For our rotors, we got 59 made. That's better than I thought it would be. And look at our screw production. So we need to put these on a faster belt, don't we? Luckily, we have this here. So, logistics, Mark II. That's better, that's better. Alright. That's for our steel production. I think we're going to be good with steel pipe for the foreseeable future. So I think I'll wait until this is all filled up before I decide to sink it. Okay, so let me just head over to the MAM before we log out of here. So, quartz. For this, we needed 10. We could have just kept a few to make 10. And a future problem. And for this is where things would have gotten annoying, because we needed 100. And for this, we needed 15. 15 would have been doable. But, It probably wouldn't be so bad if I didn't have to make multiple trips to get quartz. So, either way, I'm probably going to wait until I can get a manufacturer. Because we're going to need that anyway, if we want to get the radar technology. And for sulfur, we could easily use sulfur stuff, but we need hard drives for all this stuff down here. We need compact coal. For compact coal, we need sulfur and coal. And a hard drive. And that should unlock other fuel types. And again, fuel is something we'll get in the next phase. And the Novelist detonator. I need to get Novelist. Honestly. Because sulfur we can probably get easy. You know what? Let's do it. Before the end of this stream, let's see about getting the Novelist stuff. Because we got steel pipe easy. We just need to get some sulfur and coal. And coal we got, like, bunches of it coming in, so let's find some sulfur. ping. Maybe? Alright, sulfur is over there. There's a normal node. There's another one that's over there and over there. That one's impure. That one's normal, so let's go grab this one. Infinite. And apply. Alright, so how much sulfur do we actually need? So for that we need 50. And we're going to need a lot to make sulfur, make black powder itself, I bet, so let's grab a good chunk of it. Like, say, maybe 5, 6 stacks. Maybe 10. Because at least then we could make some explosives. And then once we get those explosives, we can start dealing with those gas rocks. Then also, we can get a extra hand slot so we can carry explosives with us. There is sulfur over here, that's good. I suppose I don't need a car at the moment because I have my Blade Runners. Which are fast enough, sure. But still, I would like to have a car to drive with, it's right there. Is there a safe way down? Is my question. What's this way? We got a sheer cliff. Farting rocks. A spitter that thinks they are people. Power slug that I'll gladly nab. And this does look like a slope. Uh-oh. Kinda dance. Where... Did it get stuck in a rock? Oh well. I'll take it. I'll take an easy boss fight over an annoying one. let's deal with these. Got a Mercer sphere right there. Which I'll gladly take too.
Live, laugh, consume. Organs and veins are grown, and bones are dug into our walls. The temple gift is being desecrated. Our notes are sour still. Harmony follows many star journeys.
Patterns are starting to emerge in vocabulary, sentence structure, topics. How fascinating to once again solve a true mystery, to be unable to create any accurate predictions.
Alright, let's grab the silver. Ooh. We appear to got some nitrogen gas over here, too. And some of the good stuff, too. Yeah, it's all mostly pure. Which means turbo fuel might very well be in our future. If we can pipe some crude oil over here. But that's not... That's way, way in the future. Alright, let's start mining. Primarily used to produce black powder. Yes, I know that. So I'll let this go for a while. I'll be right back in a moment. Okay. I appear to be dead. Which is not ideal. So we're gonna have to go back there. I guess it was just too much to assume that I'd be safe while I went to take a leak. Oh well. It's fine. I didn't lose my Blade Runners. It's not like my stuff is gonna despawn anytime soon. Actually, now that I think about it... Oh, there was just a way down here this way this whole time. I didn't even need to go around. There's just a slope here the whole time. I feel silly. Appears to be a geyser right here for... when you get power for that. That's for being a jerk. Our crate is right there, so we can pick that up. Let's do 2 more stacks. Two more stacks, and we'll go grab some coal. How you doing, Asta? I see you down there. I see you down there. My cat is debating whether or not to say hello. Asta, do you want up here or not? Now you want to rub your face on my desk? Alright. You can do your face rubby desk thing. I'll continue getting my sulfur. What are you doing? Do you want up? Do you want up, kitty? No? Alright. Had your chance to get on my lap, so you just want to sit there and meow, so I'll let you do that. Alright, that should be enough. Oh, I don't know. I never really bother much with explosives in this game. I usually just get... Whoop! Do you want on my lap or not? Goofy kitty. Do you want to be on my lap? Yes, you do? Alright, come here. Come here, boy. There you go. Is this what you want? Attention? Is this what you want? Yeah? Alright. Let's move you so you're on my lap. And you can just be cuddly. As I get my bearings and see about getting home. Alright, so we're gonna have to get past these hatchers first. Just look at my arm, boy. Alright, that should be safe enough. For us to get to the hub and gather some coal. Let's do 5 stacks of coal, just like we did with sulfur. We should be fine getting home. Let's grab some coal. We're just gonna siphon it right from the line. Wanna go, Asta? Down? Here you go. Yeah, this is probably gonna mess up my steel production, but honestly, I don't need steel at the moment, so... As far as I can tell. Got plenty of beams and pipes. We're halfway there. Uh-oh, didn't mean to do that. Almost got enough. I think, maybe, I don't know. Alright, time to ride this back home. You can go away. And he's gonna go right back into there. It's funny. Alright, sulfur, black powder, research.
Research completed. Black powder recipe unlocked. New sulfur research available.
Cluster Nobelisk. Smokeless powder. But we need plastic for that. The rifle. Alright, let's go see what we need for some black powder. Plenty, plenty. Do we need sulfur for anything else? Yes, but that can wait. So we don't even have hard drives for that. Let's make some powder. A ridiculous amount of powder. Which means that we can finally get rid of those rocks blocking the middle of our coal power plant. Not that that's going to matter. Which you'll see maybe next time. Maybe. Let's see. All of this black powder. I'm excited. It wasn't already easy to tell. And I like that it's a 1-to-1 ratio between coal and sulfur. Alright, then we just throw out the excess coal. Head over to sulfur. We've met that easy. Let's grab some wire. And some cable, I mean. Cable. Why should we need 200? Let's grab 200 then. Then we'll go grab some pipe from our factory. we go. There we go.
Detonator and Basic Nobelisk unlocked. Most obstacles can be cleared with the Basic Nobelisk. It is most effective against organic material and is able to destroy small boulders and porous rock. Deployed Nobelisks will stick to the first solid surface they touch and queue on the universal detonator. If you do not recall the order in which you deployed the Nobelisks, remember Fixit does not take responsibility for any harm caused due to human error, even if those errors are genetic.
Funny. Let's grab some of that. Then grab some steel beams, making case beams. Excite this building. We only need 50, so we're gonna make 50. There we go. But before I do any of that, I want to see something here. I'm going to do a Sombers loop for the trinket. Oh, so we can... So we can't change our trinket on the Xenobasher. Okay, that's unfortunate. Let's grab an extra... Let's get the expanded tool belt.
Tool belt expanded. I compounded sulfur's tristatic atom matrix into a quadrimensional gate vortex. You can now carry more stuff.
Explosive rebar. That sounds fun, but we need plastic to get that, which will be available in the next phase. This should be doable, but I'm gonna wait for do that. This should be doable, but we need to get more mycelia. And we just unlocked Nobilis. We got shit to do. We have shit to do. And we will do that stuff. Right, for Nobilis... And a Nobilis detonator. So for a detonator, we need an object scanner and cable. Cable should be easy to get. We have plenty of steel beam. The Nobilis, the noble Nobilis, we need more steel pipe. Let's go get some steel pipe and make a boatload of explosives. There you go. We also need an object scanner, if I'm not mistaken. What do we need for the object scanner? So for the object scanner, we need wire and screws. We should have wire somewhere. Yep. We need to start making more wire. I'll take those screws. This will make the object scanner. And then this can make the Nobilis. For the detonator, I believe we're going to need some steel beams, so we can get steel beams pretty easy. And so how much do Nobilis stack? 50. They have stacks of 50. Oh boy, we're gonna have so much fun with these, I can tell. There. Then for the detonator, we just need cable. Which we have plenty of right here. Okay, I want to test something. So, this is... So, right? Click. Detonates. Am I to assume left trigger? I mean, left... Yes. Left click throws the explosives. Good, good, goody, good, good. Let's go cause some havoc before we end the stream. I know just the place to go. Over yonder. Let's deal with some farting rocks, shall we? Oh, let's probably go up the correct way to get up there. Oh, Over and dealt with. Should probably actually hit the rock. There we go. I've longed for this. Which means I no longer need a gas mask. Oh, is there another one down there? No, there's not. Nice and clean. And we got a nice... And we got another yellow power slug out of it, too. It's good to have explosives. So, let me turn these into shards. And then, I'll let my factory run for a while. I'll let this run for a while. Just long enough so that all these get nice and full. Which means I will be ending things right here. Thank you all for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, do all that lovely, lovely internet stuff that you've come to know and love for anyone who plays games or whatever, or makes content or whatever. Just help me out. All that stuff I mentioned really helps me out. Please do all that stuff. If you're watching this on Twitch, follow me on Twitch. Please. Please, please, please. And I'll see all of you in the next part. See you later.